All right, everyone, we'll go ahead and get started. To introduce myself really quick, my name is Chelsea Langerud. I'm the management intern for the Surrey program. So involved in all things from the very start to the very end. And if you haven't already been in contact with me, feel free to reach out to the Surrey email. I don't have my email up on this page, but you can contact the Surrey email, which we found at the last page, and get in touch with me. And then we have Kay here, if she would like to introduce herself next.
Thanks, Chelsea. Hi, everyone. I'm Kay Sawyer, and I'm Associate Director within the Academic and Student Affairs of the Fulton Schools of Engineering, and work with Chelsea to bring about everything related to the Surrey program.
Amazing. And then we also have Arzu on the screen right here at the top. She's the Senior Coordinator of Fulton Graduate Recruitment. So you may also be in contact with her throughout this process. Her email is right there. And she may be on the call a little later to answer some recruitment related questions. But to get started, going to talk a little bit about the purpose of the Surrey program, to introduce a little bit. So the Surrey program stands for.
Sorry, Chelsea, should we just mention that we're recording this and we will post this webinar on the Surrey website. So if you want to go back and revisit it, you'll be able to do that. And then also, if you have any questions, you can send those to us through the question and answer feature, and we will be answering those for you as well.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so it will be recorded and available on the website, and feel free to ask questions throughout, which we will get to at the end, as Kay mentioned. So a little bit about Surrey and the purpose behind it. The Surrey program is present to intend to increase the number of both domestic and international students wanting to pursue PhD engineering degrees, specifically here at ASU as well. The program allows students to really understand the benefits of obtaining a graduate engineering degree, both in the industry and beyond, the impact that it can have on your career, your personal life, your relationships, and the industry. It also helps students to better understand what research is all about, to help kind of break down those barriers of maybe misconceptions of what research is, try and show that it can be fun, and that there's a lot more to it than people may currently be aware of. So trying to break down those barriers that may be preventing a student from wanting to pursue research or something that they're really passionate about. So a little bit more of what the Surrey program and what's involved in it. So there are three main components really to the program. One is the students themselves, the industry partners, and the faculty that are involved. So starting with the students, we're actually starting with the faculty. So students work under the mentorship of faculty here at ASU Fulton Schools of Engineering on cutting edge research. There's a variety of different projects that are being held and hosted and available for students to have the opportunity to pursue. The projects can be located on the Surrey website. There's a catalog of both the projects that are available as well as information on the faculties that are hosting them, their website, research that they're involved in, etc. And then the undergraduate, graduate students from across the US and across the world come to the program and supported by and connected to industry partners for mentoring and networking opportunities, as well as that connection with the faculty that they're pursuing and researching the project with. So students are able to gain quite a bit of an understanding of the connection between research, a graduate engineering degree, and the industry. And so lastly, the faculty and industry partners are given a variety of opportunities to connect and build relationships. So again, it's kind of that three areas: the faculty, students, and the industry partners. And we'll get in a little bit more into detail to all of this the next few slides. So what does the SURI program look like? So highly qualified students come to Arizona State University to spend 8 weeks during the summer working under the mentorship of the faculty on cutting edge research. So US domestic students and eligible international students, which we will touch on in the next slide, receive a $5,000 stipend, on-campus housing, and some living expenses. The on-campus housing is right here on ASU Tempe campus. So industry and university partners participate in a variety of different events that we host, guest speaker series included in that, and engage with students on topics of interest to them and network. They also have the opportunity to connect students with mentors in their organization to really bring that engagement, education, and network into play. And then the program offers a lot of different opportunities to connect socially through different lunches, team building sessions, and activities that really allow the students to connect with one another. This past summer, we had one of their industry partners, Texas Instruments, come join some of the students at an event that we held at Topgolf. So that's an example of industry partner involvement, being able to make those connections outside of those speaker series or those networking in that research environment, really. Okay, and then more on the participant eligibility. So students interested in pursuing a PhD in an engineering field, specifically, especially at ASU, are given top priority. Alongside that, students between the junior and senior years of their undergraduate degree and those currently pursuing a master's degree are also given priority, and that the purpose of the program really is to enhance that the interest in a PhD and pursuit of a PhD. So priority is given to upperclassmen and current master's students. We do encourage everyone to apply. We don't want to limit anyone of their opportunity. So we do want to throw that out there. And then alongside that, US citizens and permanent residents and ASU sponsored F1 visa international students are all eligible to receive the stipend and living expenses. And then international students who are not present in the US may be sponsored by ASU for the J1 visa to participate in person. And it is important to note that SURI will provide the appropriate documentation for international students. However, it is up to the students themselves to complete and fill out these forms in order to get that process going. And that will be after the selection process. And then if you're wondering how to apply, so the application is currently open December 1st, so a little around 2 weeks ago. So if you're interested in applying, we have accumulated, put together the following materials that you will be asked to submit through the SURI online application system. And the application can be found on the SURI website, right at the bottom of the screen, graduate.engineering.asu.edu/SURI. So a completed online application, a resume or a CV that you can attach, add a file in the application portal, a copy of your transcript, either official or unofficial, and then a brief statement. This is really an opportunity to describe why you're interested in participating in Surrey. It can include the research interests that you have, any relevant research experience or opportunities you may already obtain, a little bit more about your academic and your work experience, just a little bit overall about yourself, your goals, and how the Surrey program may be able to help you achieve them. We ask this is up to 500 words, but again, just an opportunity to explain a little bit about who you are outside of the resume and the transcript. And documentation of English language proficiency or enrollment in English medium of instruction institution. This is for international applicants only. A little two different notes for this. We do not require letters of recommendation. And we also, you're able to attach some sort of certificate or letter from your home institution to state that your academic career has been taught in an English language medium. So we have been asked that. So if you have any more specific questions, feel free to ask it in the Q&A or reach out to that Surrey email. Just wanted to add that quick note. So a little bit more into the program dates and activities. So the program dates are tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, May 28th to Friday, July 19th, 2024. One of our most common events that we hold is that weekly workshop guest speaker series. It's every Thursday of the program. Offers lunch, time for students to connect with each other, and then we bring in some sort of speaker. So I'll get a little bit more into details of who we have brought in last summer, but we have a variety of different speakers, different industries, both internally at ASU and externally with different industry partners. Up to we have social activities and excursions. So last summer we were able to take the students to iFly, which is a indoor skydiving, which is a lot of fun. We were able to go to Top Golf, which is a golf activity that was up in the right picture to the right from last year, and then as well as a Diamondbacks baseball game. So students and staff really enjoyed that. All of that. And then the final research showcase is our last event, kind of tie in all of the 8 weeks of the program, allow students to create a poster, as you can see in the bottom picture here, just to showcase their work, what they've been, the data they've been collecting, what they've been researching. So this really gives an opportunity to kind of see your work come together, as well as see what other students have been working on. So that'll be the last Thursday of the 8-week program, July 18th, 2024. And so some of the networking events and guest speakers series. So the speakers that we had last year, we had speakers coming from Intel, Texas Instruments, CIA Labs, Synapse Labs, and Amazon. And then right here at ASU, we had a few people come from Fulton Outreach and Recruitment. We also were able to host a graduate student panel, which was an amazing event. We had around 7 or 8 student panelists who are currently pursuing their PhD in an engineering degree here at ASU. So that was really a time for Surrey students, participants to ask current PhD students here at ASU any questions, student to student, and then as well as that recruitment. We had RZU come in, and that was really beneficial to get a lot of your recruitment application questions answered. So we encourage students to look forward to that. And we wanted to just end with a few testimonials from past Surrey students, really kind of encapsulating what the program is all about. So one student said the true highlight of the program was the opportunity to interact with fellow participants and mentors, engaging with brilliant minds who shared a passion for research, created an intellectually stimulating environment. The exchange of ideas, discussions about projects, and collaboration on various research topics were not only academically enriching, but also inspiring on a personal level. Really see that combination of academic and a personal impact that the student mentioned here. We also have a student talking about the program's diversity and how that was a valuable aspect to them, to be able to interact with peers from various backgrounds and disciplines and research interests that broaden their perspective, taught them to appreciate different approaches to problem solving while fostering an inclusive learning environment where everyone's unique expertise was celebrated. And lastly, someone had mentioned and wanted to share that their Surrey program solidified their interest in research by helping form lasting connections with incredible individuals, equipping them with valuable skills that undoubtedly will shape their academic and professional journey. So again, it's just overall an opportunity to really connect with other students from around the world, across the US, and be involved in really interesting variety of research right here with ASU faculty and pursuing or being involved in a variety of events as well. So a few more testimonials, but right here again is that ASU or Surrey website. And then we also have a specific Surrey email that you can reach out to ask any questions. Okay. And then I'm going to see if you guys have any questions, please feel free to continue asking them. I'm going to read out some of the questions just so everybody can hear them out loud. Let's see. Okay, so someone's saying, may I please ask whether the English proficiency certificate really necessary even if the medium of communication and applicants institute itself is English? That's a great question. So as indicated on both the website and the application, there is a requirement for the documentation of studying in an English language medium to fill that English proficiency requirement for international applicants. So we do ask for, if there's no sort of test or exam that was completed, have some sort of certificate. And again, you can reach out to us with your specific case. I've been answering a lot of English language proficiency questions. And we'd love to work with you as best as possible to try and receive, come to how you can successfully submit that portion of the application. Else asking, I'm an international student in a different university in the US with F1 visa. Can I still get a stipend if I get an opportunity? So yes, you would be eligible for the stipend as a form of student support, but it's not paid for employment. So you would need to connect with the International Students Office at your home institution to ask whether CPT is required to participate. So we encourage you to reach out again to the International Students Office, whatever that may look like at your home institution, to get all the necessary steps and questions related to CPT training. Someone's asking, do sophomores have a chance of getting in? So again, as we stated preference and top priority is given to juniors, seniors, undergraduate, juniors and seniors, and then current graduate students. But we have accepted students who were not in the junior senior year. They were for in their undergraduate standing. So again, we do encourage all students interested to apply. But again, that priority is given. It all just comes down to the applications that we receive and who may be eligible. Do sophomores with little research experience have a chance of getting in? So we recommend that you look at the catalog of projects on the website, because that will give really good information on what the requirements of the specific projects that are available. Some have prerequisites or preferred knowledge or prior research experience, whereas others may not. So all of that is indicated on that project catalog. You can find on the website. And if you have any specific questions, you are welcome to reach out to the faculty hosting that website, which can be found on the Surrey website as well. Okay. I was asking, does the on-campus housing for participants begin on the first day, May 18th, or are we allowed to move in earlier? So as of right now, our understanding that early move-in for housing is not likely to be possible or be available. It may be considered once selections have been made on a case-by-case basis, but once after the selection process, we encourage any students to reach out with their specific circumstances so we can figure that out down the road. About how many people are accepted into the Surrey program each year. So we accept approximately 40 to 50 students, but this may vary, again, just depending on how many applications come in and how many students are selected. There is an extensive selection process, and faculty are directly involved in that selection process as well. So they have an idea of who and what students will be involved in their research. So there are a variety of steps that go into it that will eventually in turn determine how many students are accepted. Are we allowed to email supervisors to ask them about their projects? Yes, as previously mentioned, you are more than welcome to reach out to the Surrey faculty that may be hosting projects that are of interest to you. We cannot guarantee a response by any means, but we have offered and uploaded their website. You could find their past research experience, just a variety of different information, and their email is there if you are interested in reaching out. So we do encourage that. We don't want to prevent anyone from asking their questions. Does the on-campus housing have a kitchen, or is it only the bedroom? So we have not, as of right now, been assigned to a specific resident hall. So we don't have specific information as far as the type of housing or just the specifics of the housing and what the rooms and living situation will look like. But once acceptance letters are given out, the information for housing will be included within that. And if you have any questions by then, feel free to reach out. Someone's asking, what is the timeline for knowing if we were accepted? So we make every effort to try notify applicants by the end of February. Again, the close date is February 1st, 2024. But there are a variety of reasons that this hope it will the contact by the end of February may be sooner or later. So again, lot of different factors are going into the selection process, and we do want to make sure that we are able to really narrow down the applications. We do receive quite a bit, so we want to be able to make sure that faculty are reviewing them, and we will be in touch as soon as any information is given when we will send out those letters. I think we have one more question that I see coming in. Again, these are all great questions. If anybody else has any additional questions, we encourage you to share them now. And if not, you are welcome to reach out to this email right here, surrey.fulton@asu.edu. We tried to respond to you as soon as possible. And we also will have one more information session like this on January 5th, I believe at 9 a.m. Arizona Mountain Standard Time. And someone's asking is there a way to share the list of faculty projects, its location? Doesn't seem to appear on the website for me. So both of the catalogs should be available on the website. You have to scroll all the way down past the Apply Now button. So it is a little bit down there, but they are live. The Surrey project catalog is in the form of a PDF link. We have tried to label it very clearly or as best as possible to clearly identify what catalog is located where. The website is right here, graduate.engineering.asu.edu/Surrey. So you should be able to find it there. And again, there are two different catalogs. The PDF link, it should be under Surrey 2024 opportunities below the Apply Now button on the website. The first link is for the projects themselves, and then the live catalog on the website consists solely of the faculty projects and their websites. These are all great questions. And I guess just a few more points to make. Surrey participants are expected to be working as if it's a full-time position for up to 40 hours a week. So we encourage you, if the students that do get selected, to try and prioritize use this really as an opportunity to utilize it as a full-time opportunity, pour as much time into it as possible between the weekly workshops and your research time and hours. And we also, there was one more. Oh, you are able to apply up to 2 projects, and all of that will be clearly displayed on the Surrey application. So you will be able to select the faculty that you are wanting to or have interest in working with, as well as the specific project. So you have up to 2 projects that you're able to apply to. Getting one more question, 1 or 2. All these questions are Great. So thank you for asking all of your questions. We do appreciate it. It really helps us to give as much information as possible and to other students to hear and gain as much information as possible before applying. Someone's asking, will we have access to Brickyard spaces and ASU libraries over the summer? So yes, selected students will be given access to any spaces and resources that are necessary for to engage in their specific research project. So different buildings that you may have to meet with your faculty and your research team, you will be given access to. And when the time comes, we will provide all that information and those resources to be able to access those spaces on campus. And I see another question is a stipend in addition to hourly wage. So any clarification needed? There's no hourly wage. Participants aren't hired as employees, but they do receive a stipend, housing, and some living expenses. So again, this not employment by any means or an internship, but it's student support. Through that $5,000 stipend, the housing that's offered on campus, and then some living expenses. Oh, okay. It says the catalog of opportunities isn't showing up for some people on mobile devices, but it is on laptops. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you. I haven't tried to access it on my mobile device, but we will look into it as soon as we can. And if anybody would like the specific project catalog to be emailed to them, please reach out to this email address right here, and we can individually send it along to you. We can wait a few more minutes for any more questions to come in. Again, this is definitely, we do encourage any and all questions, but it's not limited to just this time. So please don't hesitate to reach out to that email to find more information on the website, reach out to faculty. And again, this webinar will be posted on the website. So you will be able to look over these slides and get access to all these questions again. And there is one more info session, January 5th, 2024, 9 a.m. Arizona Mountain Standard Time. So received another question about someone's specific employment and working on campus at night. So if there's any sort of specific circumstance that you may be going to experience with employment that you're already involved in, we would encourage participants to discuss that with their faculty mentors. Again, there is the program requirement of up to 40 hours per week. So we encourage you to discuss with your faculty any conflicting opportunities or anything that you may have to be able to try and meet that program requirement.
Okay, thank you, Chelsea, and thank you for everyone for attending and for your questions. As Chelsea has mentioned, reach out to the email address in the slide here if you have any specific questions, and we will respond to those. And this webinar will be posted on the website as well, if you would like to go back and reference it in the future. So thank you everyone for coming, and we hope to see your applications soon.
Thank you, everyone.